everyone, Sarah Pacaro here. I wanted to ask you a question. I want your true and honest feedback on what you feel about meditations. And the reason why I'm asking this is because I had a recent experience with meditation. So as you know, this video is on YouTube, and there are lots and lots of videos on YouTube, hundreds of thousands of videos on YouTube about affirmations, manifestations, and mantras, things that are supposed to help you get what you want, move from your current situation to your desired situation. And that can be in any area of your life. It can be in helping you find the love of your life, helping you have a breakthrough, helping you understand and learn something, helping you visualize, helping you see that which you desire to achieve. So I want your honest feedback on meditations. And the reason why I'm asking you this is because obviously I work in this transformational space, in this space of moving from a desired situation or from an undesired situation to a desired situation, using transformational healing, using the access and power of our mind. And there's many different ways to access that. And a lot of people say that meditation is the key and the answer. And I follow so many people who've said that. And there is a part of me that believes that, but there's also a part of me that knows that there's a very fast, quick, and effective way to get there. One where you don't need to listen to a recording every day for 21 days or every day for 30 days. Who says that that works for everyone, right? So when you follow this system and this protocol that works for you, if it works, great. But if it doesn't work for you, you're often left feeling really frustrated and feeling really angry and feeling like, well, this doesn't work, and feeling alone and helpless because these things are supposed to work. And if they're not working, and after that 21 days, if you're not madly in love with this new person, with your soulmate, with the one, then you feel even more frustrated. It can leave you feeling like something is wrong with you, that you did it wrong, or that you're not deserving of this because you're looking at the comments and it works for everybody else. So what the hell is wrong with me? Why is it not working for me? And that can further drive and perpetuate that belief that you're never going to get that. And it's really frustrating when someone says, no, you have to be consistent, just stick with it. And you're thinking that, right? I don't want to stick with, why would I stick with something that isn't working? So here's my recent experience with the meditation. And this is why I have to laugh about it. So many people, they come to work with me, they come to me to have a transformational healing experience, to have a breakthrough, to have that transformation, to remove the inner unconscious blocks. If they knew what they were on their own, they would do what they needed to do to remove them, to get what they wanted, right? To get that desired situation, to move from the undesired situation to the desired situation. That's what it's all about. And you can follow people that tell you there's a certain way to get it, and it might work. And if it works, awesome, keep doing it. And if it doesn't, you may be in that crowd that's frustrated, that feels stuck, that feels overwhelmed, that continues to pour more and more and more money into external things to try and get that, because you have this feeling that's locked away inside of you and you want it gone, you want it removed, you need it out of your life because it's literally making you feel like you're dying on the inside. And although logically you know you're living because you're breathing and you're waking up every day and you're still having to go through the motions and go through work and life is still happening around you, you don't feel engaged, you don't feel a part of it. It feels like things are happening to you and not for you, or for you, that are pushing you in the wrong direction. And these meditations are supposed to propel you in the right direction, propel you in a much better and a much, I almost say gooder, in a much better direction, towards a good life, towards this life that, where they say you can manifest anything that you want. And you're thinking, okay, I listened to this audio for 20 days, 30 days. I don't have this $1 million house anymore. What's wrong with me? Why didn't it work for me? And you're looking for a powerful solution for something that works. I truly, truly, truly believe, because I've experienced it myself and everyone that I've worked with has experienced that as well. Using the power of your own mind to give you the resources, and you don't need to listen to an audio for 21 days or for 30 days, because a lot of the audios I've listened to, I find my conscious mind is very resistant to. So what do I mean by that? Well, this audio that had over 1 million downloads took you on a journey to sitting on a bench, and seeing a box. And I found myself thinking, I don't want to sit on a bench. I don't like sitting. I like moving. I like hiking. I like yoga. I'm more of a moving meditation kind of person. Like I find my flow when I'm in movement. I find that I receive downloads and I can get stuck stuff out when I'm moving, not when I'm sitting still. So why in the world would I want to sit on a bench and stare at a box? That is not who I am. I'm not a sitter. I'm not a starer. So how is that going to be the answer to my problems? So while the meditation continued on, to going up and just visualizing and picturing that inside that box is every problem that you've ever had, and you're going to get rid of that box. I don't know, you're pushing over the ledge, over the cliff, and there goes the box of your problems, boom, down right into the bottom of the ocean, never to be seen or heard from or felt or experienced ever again. And so this person in the meditation is describing something along those lines. And I just feel and find my conscious mind resisting and making it dumb. And what is this person even saying? This doesn't work. I would not be sitting there on a bench staring at a box of my problems. And why would I be by an ocean? I live in a landlocked state. I'd have to drive like 6 hours to get to the ocean to even do that. And even if I got there, I would not sit on a bench and stare at a box of problems. I'd be out in the ocean. I'd be walking along the beach. I would be feeling the sand between my toes. But then I might need to bring sunscreen, because even if it's a cloudy day and it's nice and I'm supposed to feel my thoughts drifting along the clouds, well, I know that on cloudy days, those are very deceptive days, because you don't feel like you're getting burned. And then you get back to the hotel room, and I have to stay in a hotel room because I live in a landlocked state, so I wouldn't be there on a normal regular day. So this is vacation, so it's probably costing me a lot of money. I'd more than likely get sunburned, and then, right, it would just ruin the rest of my trip. So through this meditation that was supposed to help me find the love of my life, my mind is thinking all of these other things, right? And I'm just saying that because that's what it promised, right? Manifest your love. Okay, let's give it a shot. And that's what I found my conscious mind thinking. Why would I be sitting on a box staring at problems, and I'm going to get sunburned, and this is going to be expensive, and who can afford it right now with all the gas prices increasing? So all I'm saying is be careful. Be careful what you're fed. Be careful what people feed you and what's in it for them, right? Are they getting something out of it from you, or is it truly really serving you? And I'm not against meditations, but I'm for, what I am for is using methods, using modalities that allow you to go from that undesired situation to the desired situation very, very quickly, and using the power of your mind, of your unconscious mind. But if you're anything like me and anything like people I've worked with who have tried everything else and it hasn't worked, they've shared and they've experienced frustration, resistance in the mind when they're doing the things that they're supposed to be doing to get the things that they want. And meditation is often one of those. But if you're one of those people that says and feels, you know what, it just doesn't work for me, right? And I'm supposed to journal, I'm supposed to meditate, I'm supposed to, and I should. And you find that you're shitting all over yourself, and you're still feeling stuck, you're still feeling helpless, you're still feeling hopeless, you're still feeling like that you desire and deserve and are trying to call towards you is never going to come, and is leaving you feeling that you're in this hole, in this void, in this deficit, and feeling heavy, feeling that feeling in the pit of your stomach, feeling it express itself as anxiety attacks, as panic attacks, as frustration, as fear, as resentment, as anger, and that's being projected into other areas of your life and on other people in your life, like your close friends, your family, your loved ones. It's getting projected and showing up in your work, in your job, in your career. You feel that it's holding you back and keeping you from that which you truly deserve and desire. Who says that that's the only way to get what you want, right? So if it works for you, great. But if meditation doesn't work for you and you're listening to specifically a guided meditation, and you're pushing through and you're forcing yourself to listen to something that doesn't resonate with you or doesn't really deeply connect with you, Notice what you're forcing yourself to do. You're forcing yourself to do something that you don't want to do, that you find resistance in. So A, there's forcing, and B, there's resistance. How in the world is this container in this space where there's forcing and resisting going to get you what you want, deserve, and desire? Because forcing and resisting is not going to allow that which you deserve and desire to come in. But you may be doing that because you may feel those internal blocks. You may feel that and say, well, it works for other people, so I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to commit. I'm going to force myself to do this. And so you do. But then what you receive is feelings of force, feelings of discomfort. It never feels comfortable to be forced to do something, to have to do something. And you're going to feel that resistance, and it's going to show up and impact every area of your life. So there is a much more profound and better way, a way that you don't have to repeatedly do something, robotically do something, beat yourself up if you forget to do something. I used to do that. As an early therapist, I used to tell people, if you don't listen to this audio or this recording for 21 days, you're not going to get what you want, right? Because that's the way the unconscious mind works. Until I learned more about the way that the unconscious mind works. And it doesn't work when it's forced to do something, when it feels resistance towards doing something. That is the very thing that you want to remove. And you don't need to do something for X number of days to get that. Right? Where there's force and resistance, how is that going to get you what you deserve and desire? So there's an experience in letting go, not having to force yourself to do something that you don't want to do. I'm not saying that if you don't do it, you're not going to get what you want. So I'm curious about your experience with meditations, particularly ones where you think, what? And you're lying there and you're supposed to be cool, calm, collected in a relaxing state. And then you feel your face going like this. What did they just tell me to do? Why would I do that? No, because if I did that, then, and all of a sudden your conscious mind is ramped up, turned on. So when your conscious mind is ramped up and turned on, guess what your unconscious mind is doing? It's just sitting back and enjoying the show and listening to that, that movie of your conscious mind that's like completely detoured from the recording. And then you maybe come back to you and you beat yourself up and go, stop it. You're supposed to be listening to this. This is going to change your life. All right. What were they saying again? Oh, okay. Now we're floating on a cloud. I'm not an angel. I'm a human. Why would I ever be floating on a cloud? Right? And watching my thoughts just drift away and fade away and drift away and fade away. And then your conscious mind may think, well, yeah, that's great. They may for a time, but then they always come back. And every time they come back, I feel worse. So how do we let them go and get rid of them forever? So you may feel this battle between your conscious and unconscious mind when you're listening to meditations. And I'm not saying that they don't work for everyone. There can be a space for them. And I do meditate. I find myself in a quiet space because I do believe in the power of giving yourself that gift every day. But it's not necessarily guided. Someone else's voice, someone else telling me what to do, how to do it when I decide where to do it. Because again, force and resistance meets me there. And wherever that is, you're not going to get what you want. Because there is an element of letting go. So meditation, for me personally, is just quiet. It's just quietness. It's just stillness. It's just noticing. It's awareness. And it's asking questions that are open to receiving the answers that I desire. So it is very, very helpful along your journey to healing. But it is not the end all be all. So if you are someone who has found yourself in that space of forcing, telling yourself, making yourself, punishing yourself if you don't, then I get it. I've been there too. So please leave in the comments what your experience with meditation has been, how it's helped you, how maybe it's hurt you, if it has, and know that there's a much more profound, better way using the same principle. The principle is using the power to access your unconscious mind to create conscious change. And that's what transformational healing is all about. Right? But you don't necessarily have to sit there in stillness and silence to have that breakthrough and transformation. You don't necessarily have to repeat something that you don't want to do for a certain number of days, whether it be 21 or whether it be 30. There are different ways, and there are different ways that work for different people, because you're not like every other person. If it works for them, great, let it work for them. But if it doesn't work for you and you're forcing yourself to continue to do it, you're really curious about that. Why do I keep pressuring myself and forcing myself and beating myself up for doing something that I don't want to do when I don't do it? Right? So, curious about your experience with meditation. Are you anything like me when it comes to listening to guided meditations? And where are you at? What is it that you want to have in your life? What is it that you don't yet have, but you feel this burning, this desire in you to move towards, to get, that when you get, right? And I'm not talking about external things. Oh, I want $1 million house. I want a brand new car. Not any of that. Because obviously there's something internal, something inward, that's causing that feeling of disconnect, that feeling of dissatisfaction, that feeling of anger, that internal blockage, right? Sometimes it presents as a pit in our stomach. Sometimes it's like almost feels like a literal block in your mind. Sometimes it's a feeling of a block in your throat, those places where our chakras are, right? So connecting with your unconscious mind, using that as the guiding, driving principle to get what you want through that transformation and that breakthrough, without having to force yourself to do things that you don't want to do. That's the foundation, the principle of letting go, right? It shouldn't be met with force. It shouldn't be met with resistance. And that's the difference between transformational healing and breakthrough and other methods that are out there. So I'm curious about your experience with that. Please don't hate on this video. It wasn't meant to knock meditation. I firmly and fully believe in it when it's right for you. And if it's right for you, because it's not right for everyone. And I often find that my meditation comes through yoga. My meditation comes through riding my bike. My medication, avoiding medication, my meditation comes through a walk with my dog. So it doesn't always have to be forcing yourself to listen to other people's words and do certain things, right? Because conscious mind will oftentimes resist that, because you've been forced to do that in the past. And that very feeling of being forced to do something that you don't want to do is what you're trying to let go of. So again, leave your comments below, please. I'm very curious. I want to know what you guys have experienced. And if you're interested at all in breakthrough transformational healing, I'd love to talk to you more. You can find out more information on that in the links in the description below this video. All right, guys, until then, be well, take care, and see you later.